Hello boys and girls, Chav is here. Episode 57 is finally out and it was crazy. We finally got to see the two Titans fight and we have a ton of things to talk about. Is the Plunger cameraman dead after what happened? Did Plunger cameraman's Plunger have a cure to fix the infected Titan speaker man? How powerful is G-Man's skibidi toilet now? Did you catch where the secret agent was? I'll cover all these secrets and Easter eggs in episode 57 that you might have missed or didn't notice. Watch the video until the end so that you don't miss anything interesting. Also make sure to like and subscribe because there will be part 2 of episode 57 soon, and I'll also cover the secrets of that when it comes out. Anyways, here we go. We start the episode seeing 3 cameramen hiding on the rooftop of a building in the ruined city. This frame was actually leaked before the episode came out, so if you want to know about the leaks before the episodes come out, make sure to subscribe because I share them in my community posts. Anyways, we can clearly see that it not going too well for the cameraman. From the expression of the cameraman on the left, he looks very sad. This is most likely caused by the return of the Titan speaker man in his rampage. Seconds later we see the infected Titan speaker man still going crazy and killing everyone, including a large speaker man and some cameraman. After we see a large cameraman on a stun gun tank trying to stun the infected Titan speaker man, but it doesn't end really well for the cameraman. We learn that the stun guns don't work against the Titans because they are most likely too powerful to be affected by it. But the real action starts after this point. We finally get to see the two Titans fight. We see the Titan speaker men getting ready to fire at the coming Titan cameraman, but before that, Titan cameraman waves his finger saying no. But there are a couple of things in this scene that you might have missed. First of all, we see the secret agent on top of the building next to the Titan cameraman, and he is just standing there watching like nothing crazy is happening. Again, at this point it's clear that the Titan cameraman is clearly overpowering the Titan speaker man and winning the battle. The power difference between these two is too much, but the battle takes a turn after this point with the comeback of the newly upgraded G-Man skibidi toilet. The G-Man skibidi toilet comes back crazier than before. As you know, in episode 47 Cinema Man destroyed his laser eyes, and ever since that point he can't use his laser eyes. This was also confirmed at the beginning of episode 49 because he came wearing the same yellow glasses he is right now in episode 57. Him losing his laser eyes meant that he would have half the firepower he had, but now we can see that he has total of 6 laser guns, and he also has earphones, which is most likely to protect him against the Titan speaker men speaker attacks because they'll be fighting together. We see the G-Man using his lasers on the Titan cameraman, and this actually might have hurt him because he turns back and rushes to jump onto the G-Man skibidi toilet to stop him. They crash onto the ground seconds later, and we don't know what happens to them, but we'll get to see it in the next episode. My guess is that the Titan cameraman might have been damaged after all those lasers because he didn't have any extra protection. But this is not even the saddest part of this episode. What comes next broke my heart. We see the Titan speaker man charging his blasters, and the camera zooms into the building behind him, and we see the Plunger cameraman coming out of it, flying onto the Titan speaker man's neck, most likely to get rid of the parasite. We do get to hear a weird sound implying that something happened, but we can still clearly see that he is infected, and he grabs the Plunger cameraman as a last resort. Plunger. Before we get to that, let's talk about Titan cameraman's core. Right after he arrives on the scene, his armor starts covering up his core, even though, as we know from episode 50 and episode 51, his core is one of his most powerful weapons. He covers it with heavy armor when he is against the Titan speaker man. This could only mean that it's his weak spot, and he might die or get hurt a lot if it's damaged. I can't think of any other reason for this. And we also see him enabling his machine guns on his shoulders at the exact same second. Even though we didn't see them in use in this episode, we'll most likely see them getting used the next part of episode 57. Before we get to the fight, let's talk about the secret agent, because some of the theories I mentioned about his powers were most likely confirmed in this episode. We see him standing on the roof with a weird green glow behind him. I'm mentioning the glow because it's not there rest of the video, nor is he. We can clearly see at the beginning of the video that he is not there, and there isn't a green glow. This is also the case after the Titan starts fighting. What was this green glow behind him? Is he hiding a device? Is it how he teleports? We can confirm that he teleports 100% after this episode 1. Think he might start actually joining the battle soon. Stuff are gonna happen anyways. Right after the Titan cameraman waves his fingers, the Titan speaker man is seen still charging his weapons, but when he shoots it we can't see the projectiles. This is most likely because of some technical difficulties and wasn't supposed to be like this, so I'm going to assume that there are particles. We see the Titan speaker man shooting his blazer a couple of times at Titan cameraman, causing explosions, but the Titan cameraman is using a metal plate as a shield and protecting himself against it, trying to get close to the Titan speaker man because he knows that he'll overpower him if he starts fighting hand to hand, and we see him punch him insanely hard. The second he gets close to him, the Titan speaker man does the smart thing and flies away to shoot him from far away, but Titan cameraman uses the magnet hand he used in episode 50 and pulls the Titan speaker man to himself, dunking him onto the goddamn building. Sheesh, that was crazy, but the Titan speaker man gets up really fast trying to defend himself with his speakers, and this pushes back the Titan cameraman a little, but he doesn't back down and kicks the Titan speaker cameraman, throws his plunger to him, getting the Titan speaker man really mad, causing him to crush plunger cameraman's legs and throwing him to the ground, which makes us see the plunger cameraman burning without his lower body. Is he actually dead or is he still alive? I'll get to that at the end of the video, right after I talk about the fact that the plunger might have some tech. Why would he just throw his plunger at the Titan speaker man? It doesn't make sense unless it had something that's anti-parasitic that's attached to it, which might cause the Titan speaker man to get cured. I'm saying this because we don't see what happens to the Titan speaker man after this. I might be totally wrong, but since this episode is going to be 2 parts, I'm sure that something will be revealed in the next episode. Now let's talk about if the plunger cameraman died or not. His bravery exceeds literally every single entity in the series. What he has shown us through the series is that he never backs down and he will do anything to save his people. I really don't think that he died, and this might actually be better for him because, as you remember, in episode 48 we thought that the scientist cameraman died at the end after being cut by the buzzsaw skibidi toilet, but in episode 54 he came back with a mech suit, and we all know that these two cameramen are very good buddies and they were fighting alongside each other in episode 48. I really don't see a world where the mech scientist cameraman doesn't save his best friend, the plunger cameraman. We might not see the plunger cameraman for a while, but he'll most likely come back stronger than before with a new improved body or even a mech suit that fits his fighting style. With his bravery, no one can stop him. He might actually get to a point where he can fight against the Titans if he is upgraded properly. I think the series is just starting to ramp up and crazy stuff are waiting for us. Imagine if the scientist cameraman uses the technology that the glitch skibidi toilet uses to go fast and makes a new body for the plunger cameraman because they didn't kill the glitch skibidi toilet to study it. This would really create an unstoppable monster for the Alliance. Also, in the next part of the coming episode we might see the comeback of the upgraded Titan cameraman because the TV man left the scene in episode 56 very mad at the cameraman, and they might take matters into their own hands. I hope the new part of episode 57 comes out really soon. If there are any leaks on it, I'll make videos about it as well. If you caught any secrets that I didn't mention, let me know in the comments, and I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed.